What is your American dream?
My American dream is for everyone to just be equal, like no matter your skin color, gender, sexuality. Yeah, I just want everyone to be equal so that everybody can be happy and there's no violence.
My American dream was just to be able to attend school and professionally and, being recognized as a chef.
Fighting for other people, since I know that I'm very privileged in being a white woman in the United States. It sucks. I do have that power in the States, which shouldn't be possible, but it is. So I really want to just do my part today at least and just stand up for other people that aren't like me.
Peace, love, and happiness worldwide.
I just want to live in an America where me and my two cousins can be safe and don't have to get judged by the color of our skin.
My American dream would be that everyone gets treated the same, no matter what their race, culture, creed, or sexual orientation. Everyone gets treated the same. By the police officers, by the politicians, by every citizen. Everyone gets treated the same.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Oh, hello, Bradshaw Life Squad family. I hope you had a great weekend. Here in New York, it was pretty nice. But guess what? It was even nicer where Groundhog Sam was. Groundhog Sam was in Miami, Florida. Man, I had the time of my life. So what happened was, it turns out that I stowed away an executive producer Jilly Bean's suitcase. And I thought I got away with it and I was going to be stealth and she'd never know that I was there. However, when we got to the room and I snuck out, I saw fruit on the table and I could not control myself because you know how much I love apples and bananas too. So I got in a lot of trouble. But luckily, Jill forgave me. But she was there for Hispanicize, the biggest social media conference for the Latin community. And I wanted to go, but she didn't trust me to behave. So while she went off to the conference, I had a full, awesome journey all by myself, exploring Miami. I gotta tell ya, it was amazing. I enjoyed the sights. I had some fish tacos. I'd never had fish before. Delicious. Watch out, fish. I enjoyed the sights so much. There was a lot of greenery, so much more greenery than in New York, and trees like I'd never seen before. And I met parrots. I'd never met parrots before either. They were very friendly. One even kissed me. I'm just too lovable. I learned about aquatic animals like sea turtles. And then after a busy time, I ended up chilling at the pool, having some cocktails. And I don't know if you guys could see, I did get a little color, but I was careful. I wore sunscreen. And by the way, in case you missed Wednesday's episode of Bradshaw Live, we had Jordan Dirtall Roberts, who had appeared on our show as a guest previously and lives in Helena, Montana, interview Mayor Wilmot Collins, the new mayor of Helena, Montana, who told his incredible story of being a refugee from Liberia, escaping the Civil War, to then becoming mayor of Helena, Montana. Incredible. Anyway, what's on today's show? Well, you'll just have to see. And I love Miami. I'm going back. That's it. Woohoo!
All right, there I am. Happy Brad. Happy Brad.
Lord have mercy.
Look at Happy Brad.
Look at
It's the Happy
that
Brad live show. Co-starring Belgium Kim and Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias. It's the Happy Group. The Happy Group. The happy family that stays together, sticks together. And hello and happy Monday. I'm just going to keep saying the word happy until I become happy. And happy Monday to all Brad Squad people.
Brad Squad, you guys got to make sure that Brad is happy.
Yeah. If anybody saw, like 6 seconds before, I was just yelling at everybody. And Jill was like, you better put a smile on your face. And boom, as soon as 3, 2, 1, hello. All right, everybody. So this is Bradshaw Live, and we are going to be answering your immigration questions. The telephone number to call, 1-800-529-5465. Please call right now at 6 p.m. in about, was that 19 minutes from now?
Yes.
We're going to be answering all of your immigration questions, and if you call right now, 1-800-LAW-LINK,
I paid a lot of money for that number a long time ago. Nobody uses those letters anymore. LAWLI. It's 1-800-529-5465. It's also the telephone number to my law office. The law office is a Spar and Bernstein. So if you want to make an appointment to come see us, whether by phone or in person, you can also call that same telephone number, which is 1-800-529-5465. I do also have to remind everybody to please share this with your friends and family.
Yes.
If you like what you're watching, if you like what you're hearing, yes, if you like Groundhog Sam even, that would be a fantastic way. Say, hey, I really don't have any immigration issues. I don't find Brad, Jonathan, or Belgium Kim entertaining in any way, shape, or form. But this goddamn groundhog brings me right in. He's lovable. He brings me into the show. Watch the show. Whatever you want to watch the show for, but please let your friends and family know. Excuse me 1 second.
Hello.
Excuse me 1 second. Hello. Yeah, I'm on Facebook. You can watch me on Facebook right now.
There you go. Yeah.
And a hang up. I mean, how many times should people know,
they all know
not to call me?
That's true.
Not to call me. And that was my daughter Gabby.
Oh God.
That's why I picked up the phone.
I was going to say that makes sense though.
But Belgium Kim, you said you were putting this on.
I did.
On
I
mute.
turned it all the way down.
So why did it ring? Why did it ring?
Turn it all the way down?
Apparently not. So 1-800-529-5465. Please share this with your friends and family. Finally, if you like the show, and it's right now going off to a really rocky start, but I promise you it gets better as we go along.
Oh, it's great.
It's great so far. Great so far. It's a terrible start. Every day Bradshaw starts bad, and we just start. We incrementally get better as the show goes on.
This is true.
Yeah, we need the warm up first.
Right.
Just wait until 7:29. We are on
fire. We are on fire at 7:29. So please like and follow Bradshaw Live. So if you like and follow Bradshaw Live, you will always get to see and hear us and all of the nonsense. So Kim.
Brad.
What's up,
Brad?
Where were you at?
All right, so this is what's going on in the news. Maybe, eventually we'll have some what is it called? Transitions. But until then,
we'll make
our own. Oh, by the way, you know what I forgot to do before we start? I didn't say hello. I didn't say hello to one person today.
Oh man,
Lysandra Livermore, Nezzy once more, Dwayne, welcome. Sally Finley. All new people. Who's Sally Finley? Hello.
I don't know.
Dawn Harriet. Hello. JJ Clark. Hello. Lisa Bling Rose. I missed Lisa Bling Rose. I missed everybody for the last couple of days.
Right.
Yeah, me too.
Willie Williams. Howdy. I love how he says howdy. He always says howdy. Donna Roden. Hello. Who else do we say? Christy Consali. Who else is Beverly Thompson? Hello. And not a lot of hellos there on Spar and Bernstein. Let's see if Bradshaw Live has some more hellos. Barbara Lord, Shin Carter, saying to share.
The Tiger asked if you got your gift.
What gift?
I gave Miola to give to him.
Oh, Miola got a gift for you.
Yes,
no, Carol.
It was a drink.
Oh.
What kind?
Well, it was a good drink. It was very tasty, and thank you very much.
Okay.
And I had to find out who it came from first.
Carol.
Because I'm like, well, now I know.
Yeah,
but originally Miola says, here's a special drink for you. And, you got to keep it cold in the refrigerator. It's like a whole instruction thing. And I go, who's sending this to me? And it was Carol.
Yeah.
And I said, Carol who? She goes, Carol the Tiger. I said, okay, Carol the Tiger I trust. I don't know if someone's trying to poison me or what.
That's what I'm saying.
It was like a homemade drink. It wasn't like, like in a bottle.
Drink.
We should have like a food and drink tester.
So thank you very much, Carol. Wow. And she was just giving me a thank you because we did such a wonderful job for her. And Tamika Nelson, hello. Jeff Bozier is watching. Patrona Collins. Tricus Taylor.
Gabby Bernstein is in the comments.
She's in the comments.
She said, Dad, it's me, Gabby, and I don't get a shout out.
I haven't. Yeah. You don't get a shout out because you called me on the show. Come on, Gabby. Annie Palmer. And who else we got to give a shout out to? Velma Gale, Tanette Soboles Robinson. And Groundhog Sam saying, coming in for a hello.
Zane Unstoppable
Who else?
Webley.
Yeah, who else you got there?
Did we say Yvonne Steele? We have Nicola Kramer and Patricia Thorpe, who just hopped on in Spar Bernstein.
All right.
Right.
And by the way, you can watch on Spar and Bernstein and Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein.
Watch on both.
There seems to be a different group on each.
Yeah.
On Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein, we have, what is that? We have a little older crowd on Spar and Bernstein. Is that it?
I don't think that
They don't think they're older. They wouldn't.
No,
a little more mature crowd.
More mature,
a
more
little
demure.
Yes, a little more mature, a little more demure, a little less on a little chiller. They like to watch, get their questions, and then the people on the Bradshaw Live
probably don't even really watch us.
Right. The people on Bradshaw Live, I think they shut the volume off and they just talk amongst themselves. That's what I think. That's basically it.
Basically.
Yeah. So meanwhile, unfortunately, we just saw before we came on there was a possible terrorist attack in Toronto, Canada. I was just up in Montreal. Such nice people, Canadians.
What were you doing up there?
I was visiting a young lady.
That's so nice.
Woo! Yes,
so
and
nice.
there's such nice people up there in Canada.
Why
would a terrorist go up there?
How nice are they?
And it's very funny because I was on the plane. I go, who would ever want to, and I was just thinking to myself how easy it was. It was, very, I don't want to say it's funny because it's not funny terrorism in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
And apparently 16 people were injured as a van went up on the sidewalk in Toronto. And aerial footage showed that victims on the sidewalk covered with orange tarps. Apparently people are dead. It's a terrible thing. Somebody rented a Ryder truck. And they're treating it as a possible terrorist attack.
Oh my God.
And I was just in Canada the other day, and I thought that their security coming back into the airport was pretty. I'll be honest with you, was pretty lax.
Oh, wow.
And I was saying to myself as I came in, you just went through I was getting on the plane coming back from Montreal to New York.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think of, I thought about it, but I didn't think about it that much.
Right.
And I'm saying, wow, this is like from the 1980s, All you do is just, put whatever you feel like in the bin. Whatever you don't feel like putting in the bin, that's fine.
Really?
I left my wallet in my pocket. And I went through the metal detector, and it beeped, and I go, oh, wait a second, maybe it's my belt. And I walked back out, and I handed the guy my belt, and I walked back in, and the guy's like, okay, go.
And did it beep the second time?
No, but it was just a very
just lax
security there.
It's not
and then I was getting on the plane, I go, should I be worried?
Hell yeah.
And I said, no, this is Canada. There's such nice people here who would do anything.
No.
And
everybody in Canada ain't from Canada.
Yeah, apparently not. I bet
he's gonna definitely get more strict now after this.
So I don't know, but apparently the driver's still alive, and he pointed a handgun at the police officer, and then he was knocked down and taken into custody. So our hearts go out to Toronto and Canadians, and hopefully most people who are injured survived. All right.
Sorry.
Somebody was talking to you?
My ear.
Oh, okay. That's what happens sometimes. All right. Meanwhile, Twitter has erupted. Eruption on Twitter.
Yes.
Okay.
Melania Trump smiled.
Crazy.
It's the first time she has smiled in public. It's the first time she has smiled in public in almost 1 year. Nobody has any picture of her smiling in the last year.
Wow.
And then
even during Christmas.
And then surprisingly, she goes to a funeral of a dead woman, but sits next to Barack Obama. This is how bad her life is. Think about how bad her life is. Woman hasn't smiled in a year, and she goes to a funeral, and at a funeral, she's smiling. Now she sits next to Barack Obama, who's a very charismatic guy.
That's equal parts how bad her life is and how good Barack is.
I mean, can you imagine that her life is worse than going to a funeral?
Absolutely.
That she has to go to a funeral to smile?
She's probably smiling because Donald Trump wasn't next to her.
Yeah, that's what we think, and it says here, as organ music played and the mourners were thumbing through their program, and it was about to start, and they're bringing in the casket, and everybody's like, oh, poor Barbara Bush.
And
Obama leaned over and made a joke to Melania.
Are you serious?
Yes, and they both briefly smiled, and there's the picture.
Wow. Who took this picture?
Disrespectful human being at a funeral.
So then Twitter went up in arms. Grace from Great Britain said, find someone who smiles at you the way Melania Trump smiles at Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Right? Uh-oh. So I wonder if Michelle has anything to worry about there.
Nah, right.
I think
Michelle don't play with her man.
I was going to say, I think Michelle would be in the know at all times.
Michelle don't play with her man.
Andy Lassner said, "Hey POTUS, how's golf?" Lanny on Twitter said, I don't like Melania. You're one of 5 people I follow on Twitter. Obama, you know that upsets him. Melania, LOL, yeah. All right. And finally, Tony said, nothing said class like Obama making Melania smile and feel welcome, knowing she supported her husband's birther movement and asked on national television to see Obama's birth certificate. Right. And June Jones said, haven't seen Melania smile this much in years. She's happier with the Obamas at a funeral than she is with her husband in the White House, which is what I just said.
Yeah, which is very true, though.
All right. So, what else is happening here? Did you see the fake subway ads? Did you see the fake subway ads in the in the New York subway? I was on the subway. I actually saw it.
Really?
And I took a picture and I sent it to Jilly. And I said, can you look into this, please? Is this like a real ad?
Is this real?
Yeah, and apparently, if you remember years ago, if anybody ever rode on the subways, they used to have this Dr. Zizmore, and he was like, whatever disgusting things you have growing on your face and in your hands, I'm the, there he is, I'm the dermatologist to people who ride in the subway and come to me, and I'll take all your disgusting things off your skin. And he always had these signs, you know, something like a beautiful day starts with going to Dr. Zizmore, something like this.
Right.
So this week, subway riders were surprised during their commute to see a Dr. Zizmore-esque ad from a now familiar face, and it says, Michael Cohen, attorney at law, got problems, call the fixer. Would you believe this was on the subway? I swear to God, I was on the subway like, what the heck is this? I said, how did the MTA allow this? So the ad includes a checklist of several services rendered by Michael Cohen. It says, got problems, come to me for hush payments, physical threats, pay off of porn stars and Playboy buddies, and then a picture of Donald Trump's embattled lawyer. And the ad, I mean, that's crazy. The ad was just placed on trains. Oh, I see here. I'm just reading this now. It was placed on the trains without the knowledge or permission of the MTA. Can we put that up? It's so funny.
So it was placed without the knowledge. Can we put that? Look at that.
That's hilarious. The ad, which was placed on trains without the knowledge or permission of the MTA, went a step further, though, by including a phone number that leads to a similarly deadpan voicemail message. It says, press 3 if you are the President of the United States of America, as well as a URL for a website advertising his skill set and office hours, thefixerlawyer.com. Is that hilarious? Is that funny?
Fantastic.
We should have this. Did you actually think it was real? Or like,
I knew it wasn't real, but then I thought maybe it was like a political ad. The MTA had to put it up. But apparently somebody went in the subway and it was like basically like a graffiti artist or an artist and just put it up plastered it right over Dr. Zizmore's ads. But at first I thought, it looked real. It was very funny.
Hilarious.
It was very funny. All right, 1-800-529-5465. You know what happens is we had 5 or 6 people on hold, but then they don't want to hear me talk about Dr. Zizmore and Michael Cohen. But in about 5 minutes, let me tell you how this show works, folks. Okay, from 5:30 to 6, we just shoot the breeze.
Yep.
That's it. The breeze comes in. Okay. Now I've shot the breeze so much I have no hair left. The breeze has taken most of my hair off my body, but at least my head. But in 5 minutes we're going to be answering your immigration questions. So if you call, I can tell you coming up is immigration for everybody. 1-800-529-5465. Congratulations to Prince William, Kate Middleton, 3rd royal baby's here. It's Princess Charlotte, and the baby weighs 8 pounds 7 ounces, and is the fattest or heaviest English prince born in the last 100 years. Charlotte is a princess. Is it
girl? Charlotte.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. Princess Charlotte made history after her brother's... What is this? I don't even know what I'm reading here. It's Prince George who is...
No, Prince George
Who's Princess Charlotte?
Princess Charlotte is their second baby.
Ah.
But the reason, I believe, because I saw this on BuzzFeed, I believe the reason it's historic is because Princess Charlotte is going to be the first princess who doesn't get bumped down on the line of succession, because they just passed a law in 2015, actually after she was born, that said even if she has a brother, she is still seventh in line.
She's seventh in line.
Seventh in line.
So they got to knock off 6 other people for Princess Charlotte.
Right.
Be queen?
To be queen.
Yep.
Wow.
Right.
So next is Prince Charles. Wait.
No, she's fourth in line right now.
Yeah. Did you see that? Off the chart, by the way, because there's another one. Prince Yo-Yo, number 9 in line.
Number 9.
Me?
Yes,
I
Prince
believe we
Yo-Yo,
knew that.
yes.
Yeah.
The Liberian prince.
This is perfect.
He's from the Liberian part of the family.
I'll be that.
Yes, you would be there, right?
Yeah.
You're like, yo, I'm here. It would be like the first. You would be like the Fresh Prince of Kensington Palace. Like all of a sudden, like Yo-Yo's like Will Smith. Yo, man, what's up? Wouldn't that be a great comedy?
That'd be hilarious. That's actually a great.
So funny.
It's a great TV show.
Yeah.
Right. So instead of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, it's the Fresh Prince of Kensington Palace.
Yeah.
And then Yo-Yo shows up.
I'm
Yo,
here
man,
for
what's
that.
up?
I'm here for
Will you
that.
introduce me to Kate Middleton? Because she's
Absolutely.
kind
She
of
will come
old
over.
for me.
Come
Yes.
over.
Oh, I will.
Look,
Tea with you
I'll
guys.
have parties every day.
Every single day.
Will not do any type of work.
You got to knock off some babies, though. That's rough.
Well,
You got to do what you got to do, man.
right.
Whatever to
Listen.
seize that power.
All right. So any event, lastly, before we get into our immigration, this is a guy we do not want to come on our show. No. He is very, 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 very dangerous. Dylan McWilliams. Did you hear about Dylan McWilliams? Mm-mm. So Dylan McWilliams in the last 4 years is the only person known to mankind who has been bitten by a shark, a bear, and a rattlesnake, and has lived to still be alive after being attacked by these 3 different creatures. Apparently, and it happened in all the last 4 years. So I mean, like, he's gonna come here. God knows what's gonna come out of out of our studio and bite us. You know, I don't want to be anywhere near this guy. And apparently, this happened in Hawaii. He says, I don't know. I'm either really lucky or really unlucky. I would say really unlucky. I don't find it lucky to be, attacked by a shark, a bear, and a rattlesnake. He's only 20 years old.
Yeah, 20?
Yeah. So last July, McWilliams received 9 staples in his scalp after a 300-pound bear invaded his Colorado campsite. He's just sitting there, and a bear just comes and attacks him.
No. See, this is why I don't go camping.
Yes. For the rattlesnake, the encounter occurred 3.5 years ago in Utah, but luckily he only got a small amount of venom, and so he was only ill for several days, and he lived for that. And now, the guy goes surfing in Hawaii and got bit by a shark this week. And he's been attacked by everybody.
No.
That's crazy.
Even a little bit of venom is too much venom. Why don't you stop your outdoorsing after the snake bite?
It's a wrap. I'm not going out anywhere.
Right, that's it.
Staying in the house.
That's exactly, no.
All right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, now's the time when we're going to be answering your immigration questions. It is 6 o'clock, and we are now coming to that stage where you're going to give us a call, 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAW-LINK, 1-800-529-5465. Also, you can talk to Belgium Kim and Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, and they will ask your questions on Facebook, both on Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein and on Bradshaw Live at 6:30. But the telephone number right now to call, 1-800-529-5465. Vanessa from Elizabeth, New Jersey has been waiting a long time. Vanessa.
Yes. Hi, Brad. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. I have a question. Yeah. It's a question within a question. All right.
Question within a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay.
Do I need a pen for this? How confusing is this going to be?
No. It's simple. It's simple. Okay. I just wanted to know. Okay. I applied in 2015 for the U visa, right?
For a U visa.
And I also petitioned for my mom.
Well, you're breaking up on me here. Can you take a step to the left?
Okay, sure.
And then a step to the right.
All right.
All right, put your hands. Yeah, put your hands on your hips. Bring your knees in tight.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, then I can hear you. Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I applied for the U visa about 2015.
Right.
And I haven't heard anything yet. I want to know, my first question, what's the maximum term for a person to receive a U visa?
Years and years. It's going to be 3-4 years. Wait right now. There's only 10,000. There are only 10,000 U visas issued a year. That's it by law.
Yeah.
All right. There are approximately 80 or 90,000 people who have applied. Now, if you say, okay, all 80 or 90,000 people are going to get their U visa, every last person's going to get approved, then you're going to say, okay, it's an 8 or 9 year wait. Now, you may also say, well, 8,000 or 9,000 may get approved, but everyone will get approved, but a lot of people will figure out another way to get a green card, so it's not going to be those 80,000 that's going to take 8 years. Also, there's going to be people who get denied. So my guess is it's about a 4-year wait right now. So you filed in 2015.
It's a 4-year wait?
Yeah. Now I want you to know, which is really the most disturbing thing about all of this, is U visas go, and this is just my own 2 cents on giving the whole political, BS about Donald Trump. U visas go to immigrants who are here out of status, who are the victims of very serious crimes perpetrated against them by U.S. citizens. Okay, we don't have to go through what happened to you, but whatever happened to you, you were the victim of a very serious crime. You were victimized. Okay, there are 80 or 90,000 people, and God knows how many more people who haven't stepped forward, who have been the victims of serious crimes against them. You don't hear Donald Trump saying, kick all those Americans out of the country who committed vicious crimes against immigrants. But you will hear Donald Trump say there's 4 or 5 immigrants that he's discovered so far that he's going to have stand up in during the State of the Union address who committed serious crimes against Americans, and now therefore every immigrant is a terrible human being. With that being said, after you have had your U visa pending for more than 180 days, and you've had it for several years, you are eligible to apply for a work permit if you can show humanitarian reasons why you need work permission. Now, under Barack Obama, those were being approved regularly. With Donald Trump, much more difficult to get approved, but it's certainly something you should look into.
Yeah, because when I go online, like on the immigration website, it's like there's no receipt, there's no matter anymore online. Like,
what do you mean no matter? You have a receipt, but you have a receipt in your physical hands.
Old receipt. Okay. But when I go look it up online, there's nothing anymore. There's not even. All
right, so you're in Elizabeth, New Jersey. What I would suggest you do is make an appointment to come in, bring your old receipt. Okay, we can follow up on it for you, and more importantly, let us at least attempt. You can make that attempt to try to get a work permit right now if you can show humanitarian reasons why you need it. Your case has been pending more than 3 years. And maybe we can try to get you a work permit while you're waiting for it. All right? So hold on one second, all right? 1-800-529-5465. Salome in the Bronx. Salome. Salome. Salome.
Hello.
Salome.
Hello. Yes, I'm here.
Do you know what I was just are you watching me right now, Salome? Are you watching on Facebook at this moment?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I just went like this to you. Hello. And then what happened was Pat Rice, who's one of our fantastic people here, she was editing some video and she showed me when every time I go like this, hello, it looks like I'm blowing kisses to people. So she goes, can you like stop blowing kisses to people when you say hello? And I'm like, that's just the way I say hello to people. I'm sorry. All right, so Salome, hello. How are you?
Yes.
All right.
Good evening.
All right, what's going on?
Yes, I want to ask you a question. Yes. I submit my application for a change of status. Yes, and they sent me a letter. It's a I-765 application. I'm going to just read a part. Eligibility, category C31. This is in reference to the I-765 application for.
How are you getting your green card? Who's sponsoring you?
My husband.
Okay, so you picked the wrong category. That's why.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to refile your work permit application again. This is what happens when you do things. I'm not blaming you. I'm just telling you this is what happens. When you do things on your own, you screw up the paperwork. They denied you because you're not filing an adjustment under C-31. If you're filing an adjustment through marriage, you're going to pick the category C9. So refile the work permit. Every person who gets married, when you file the work permit, and it says a section under what category are you entitled to a work permit, you're going to pick C9. C9. Okay. That's simple. Fill it all out and mail it back in, and you'll get it.
What should I mail back? They said the fee. They said your fee, 765 fees and any supporting document is being returned to you for the following reason. But you didn't pay a filing fee for your I-765 because it's part of the adjustment package. Did they return everything to you or no? Did you get your adjustment receipt? No, they didn't return everything. They just returned the form.
Did you get a receipt for your adjustment application?
No, I mean,
did they send you another receipt that says your I-45 adjustment has been received?
Let me hold on, please.
Do you like this side better? Or this side? She doesn't like either side. I'm just giving side profiles. Or do we like this side?
No, they just send this.
What?
No, I don't get it.
All right, so you've screwed everything up.
Yes, they hold on.
I can't hold on anymore. Stop. I can't hold on anymore because we got a lot of people to get through. All right, this is the answer. You get an adjustment receipt, make a copy of it, send it back with the I-765 with C9. Sounds like you're absolutely confused and unorganized, both. I'm not saying anything bad against you. I'm just telling you that's what it is. All right, come in, pay the consultation. It's worth it. Other than that, you're going to be spinning your wheels. All right, so hold on one second.
How much is the consultation?
Hold on, we're going to put you on hold and tell you all of that information off the air. Harrison, nope, it's somebody in Harrison, New Jersey. It's Brenda. Brenda, how are you?
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm good, you?
Good, what's going on?
Yes, I filed an I-485 for my husband.
Right.
And they denied it. And their reason was that they asked for evidence, and we didn't send it in. And this is back in December of 2017.
Why didn't you send it in?
We didn't get any letter.
Oh, you never. Oh, they asked for more evidence, you didn't get it, and then they said, "Oh, we asked for a letter, and you never sent it in."
Yeah, basically that's what it is.
Okay, all right. So let me tell you the good and the bad. The good is that eventually your husband will get a green card if you do things correctly. The bad is it's not worth fighting immigration that you didn't get the letter. Unfortunately for you got to start from scratch again.
Oh, but it says that we can file a motion.
Don't bother. Motions will take longer. He'll never get a work permit. He wants to become legal. He wants to be able to travel. Okay, and the difference between a motion and is a couple $100 versus doing an adjustment again. File everything all over again, and do it right. And you did it. And by the way, the reason why all of this is happening again, just like Salome in the Bronx, I'm going to tell you, Brenda too. You did it all wrong, and I don't know why people think that it's just filling out a form. And you're dealing with it in an adversarial process that if you screw it up, you're getting denied benefits, you're losing money, you're even maybe putting yourself in deportation. But apparently you did everything wrong. And the reason is because they sent you back saying you didn't submit everything you were supposed to. And then whatever happened, it didn't get in the mail, you're waiting around forever, you know, and this is what you get, a denial. But making a motion to reopen is not the way to do it. You can do it. If you want, you don't have to listen to me. Go do it. You make a motion to reopen. You're going to say, here's the documentation you requested. Do you know the documentation that they requested? You have no idea what you're missing. Because all they said was, we sent you a letter saying you were supposed to submit additional documentation and you didn't submit it. So you don't even know what was missing. So assuming let's assume you do know what's missing. Okay, they're going to say, prove to us you didn't get the letter. We believe you did. And now you're going to go back and forth for months and months and months and months, spinning your wheels. I know. Want to know why I know this? I do this every day. Best thing to do, suck it up, file again, and do it right. Now, if you want my help, hold on. But I'm telling you the truth. All right, let's go to Aretta in East Orange, New Jersey. Aretta. Arette or Aretta? Aretti? Arity. Artie. I'm guessing anybody with a letter A that I'm talking to. Arette. Anybody who lives in East Orange, New Jersey that I'm talking to. You can say hello. All right, Arette. I gave you every chance. Carrie in Chicago, Illinois.
Hello.
Hi, Carrie.
How you doing?
Good. What's up? How you doing?
I have a question. I'm okay.
Good.
Okay. I have a question.
Go ahead.
My husband's brother sponsored him about 2 years ago. He fills out an I-130 form.
Yep.
Now, it's pending. They sent a receipt back to us. It's pending, and we just wanted to know how can we expedite it faster, because, I mean, my kids are born here. They were born here, and they have medical situations. We don't work, and we was trying to get an EAD card, but we can't get it unless the I-30 form is expedited, right?
Nope. No, you cannot.
So how?
And by the way, it doesn't. It's not a how do we. There is. I understand your children are sick. You are going absolutely, positively, 100% the wrong way to try to make yourself legal. Your brother filing for you, even after the I-130 gets approved, will not get you a work permit. So for us to expedite it, for you to get a work permit so you can take care of your sick kids, it's not going to entitle you to a work permit when the I-130 is approved. You're going to be put on a waiting list. That waiting list is 15 years long. In 15
so what is the
years,
I-130 for?
The I-130 is to establish that he is your brother and put you on a waiting list for a green card that is 15 years long. It is not to fill out a form and get a green card. What you and the last two people are doing is filling out forms and thinking good things are going to happen. Immigration is extraordinarily more complicated than filling out a form and hoping good things are going to happen. It's actually naive. Okay, and I'm not calling you naive. I'm just saying the situation of you having your brother fill out a form and believing things will be good, it is a naive way of thinking these days. Hold on, let me try to help you, and let me try to fill in all the blanks and see what we can do to actually make you legal. Hold on one second. All right, and you can have a phone consultation. You know, the last three callers. I can't do this with my finger. Really? Jeez, it's a weird thing. The last three callers. No, then I'm saying okay.
Okay, like this.
Okay, there we go. I can do it that way. Okay, yeah. The last three callers. So I'm looking at myself in the. All right. Like you've been possessed. Yeah, I'm like possessed. Like ah. All right. The last three callers all had the same issue. They filled out a form. They think filling out a form is something good's going to happen, and then they're waiting around, and either nothing good is happening, or they're literally screwing it up. Immigration is much more complicated than filling out a form, especially when you've never done it before. Now I believe Arette in Orange, New Jersey is ready. Arette.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
What's going on?
I have a question. My husband recently filed I-130 for the green card in early February. So I got a receipt number saying that my paperwork was received the 27th of February, and I haven't heard nothing else since.
Who's filing for you? I didn't hear the first part. Your husband. What paperwork did you file? Tell me the paperwork you filed.
So I guess my law, because I use a lawyer, so I guess my lawyer filed.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. Do you know how much of a file? Because if you can tell me the filing fee you paid, not to the lawyer, but
$35.
That's it?
Yeah, that's the only money I paid.
That's all the money you paid. Is your husband a citizen?
Yes, he is.
And how did you come to America?
I came here on a visiting visa.
Okay, and you've only paid a $535 filing fee, nothing else?
Correct.
Okay, so you either went to a lawyer who is absolutely incompetent, or you went to a lawyer who is incompetent. I don't know any other way to. I'm trying to come up with a second possibility. When you're married to a U.S. citizen and you enter the country legally, the $535 is filing an I-130 visa petition. That's only part of the application. There's an adjustment application that you have to file for also. It's a whole other set of forms. It's a whole other set of documents. That filing fee is $1,225. In total, you should be paying $1,765. If you paid that, you would be on your way to getting a fingerprint already, having your work permit being processed already in your hands, having a travel document already processed or in your hands, having your driver's license, your social security number, and getting ready for an interview for your green card. If all you have done is file an I-130 visa petition, all you are going to get back is a receipt saying your visa petition is filed. That's it.
So you're saying that there's certain other document that we're supposed to submit, did not submit also?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, hold on. If you went to a lawyer, all right, let me say this. If you went to a lawyer and you said, I'm married to a U.S. citizen, here's my legal entry into the United States, and all he does is file an I-130 visa petition, my advice to you is in point blank, fire the guy. Simply because he didn't do the right thing. It's not go back and say, fire him. Now, you don't want to hire me, that's fine. You want to go hire someone else, that's fine. You want to do it on your own, fine. But if you made well, let me ask you this question. Maybe I'm jumping ahead. What kind of visa did you come here on?
Pardon me?
What kind of visa did you come here on?
I came here on a visiting visa in 2015.
Do you have a criminal record?
No criminal record.
Fire your lawyer. Don't hire me, it's fine. Or you want to, that's fine, but fire him.
Christine,
fire him.
Is it possible for me to withdraw the case? Or
No. What you do is you fire him, you go to a good lawyer, and you file an adjustment application. That's what you do.
So do you think I will get back some money that I paid?
It depends how much you paid him and how many hours he worked on the case. But your most important thing right now is not, do I get some money back? Although, yes, it's nice to get money back. Your most important thing right now is straighten yourself out. And right now you are not straightened out. Right now you're going nowhere. Okay? Your number one priority is, let me get my work permit, let me get my social, let me get my driver's license, let me get an interview for a green card. That's your number one priority. Then you figure out how to get your money back from the guy. All right? Hold on one second.
Okay.
All right. 1-800-529-5. And I'm not light on fire lawyer, but come on. Antonio in Chicago, Illinois.
Yes, sir.
How are
Good
you?
Afternoon.
What's up?
Doing fine. Yeah, I'm really looking for a good lawyer because I've been, contacting different kinds of lawyers, and even up to this time I haven't been helped.
All right, ask me your question, and then you'll let me know if I'm a good lawyer or not.
Yeah. How would you be able to help me with my status? My visa expired in 2011, and I get an R1 visa. Is there any way you can help me?
So, an R1 visa, you're a religious worker.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know whether. I mean, you would need to have a consultation. So, you overstayed our religious worker visa. You're a minister?
I am, yes.
You are, okay. And what family do you have here?
My wife and my daughter.
And they're also out of status?
Yes. Yeah, the three of us.
Well, yeah, the problem is that you overstayed your time, and unless you're 245I, or unless you have parents here that are legal, or your wife has parents here that are legal, you're going to have a hard time getting a green card because you have a 10-year bar if you return home. So it's not about finding a good lawyer, it's about you totally screwed up. What happened in 2011? That we don't know. But I think, you should definitely have a consultation with me. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to help you or not. Sometimes it has nothing to do with being a good lawyer. It happens to be with laws against you. Okay, but you obviously have a big problem. I don't have the answer for you at the moment, but if you want to have a consultation, by all means, hold on. All right, let's go to Philip in Blaine, Minnesota. Philip.
Yeah, hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I want to ask two questions.
Yes.
Yeah, one is my mom is a U.S. citizen. And she filed for us. We are adults. We are married. She has filed an I-130. So I wanted to know how long it would take the process.
Your mom's a U.S. citizen. When you say filed for us, it's you and your wife and children, or you and your children? Who's us?
Me and my siblings.
You and your siblings. So you're single.
Yeah. No, I'm not single. I'm married. I have kids.
You're married.
Yeah.
Okay. And your mom filed for you in what year?
2016.
Okay, you have about a decade to wait. I would say waiting on your mom's case is like waiting on, I don't know, what's a long time? Waiting on like the next solar equinox. Eclipse?
You get equinoxes twice a year. But
you get equinoxes twice a year? Yeah, I would hope it would be waiting on the next solar equinox. That would be really fast. Thank you very much for correcting me. The next solar eclipse. So I think what you should do, is let's figure out another way. Now you got your mom here, so you could always do a job sponsorship and do a provisional waiver. Maybe there's other options too. So hold on one second, okay? You're going to need a consultation, but you're not going to wait a decade. That's ridiculous. All right, let's go to David in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, how are you doing?
How are you?
I'm good.
What's going on?
My question is, my friend, she overstayed her visa, and she get married to a U.S. citizen, but the guy ain't working right now. He's listed as unemployment. So can you go ahead and file for her?
Yes, you'll just need a second affidavit of support from somebody else.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but you can certainly file, and what will happen is he'll sign an affidavit of support, the I-864, and he'll say, I'm unemployed at the moment. And then you'll get a friend or a family member who's legal in the United States to give a second affidavit of support. It's perfectly fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much,
welcome. All right. 1-800-529-5465. Carol in Boca, Florida. Carol.
Yes, hi. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Okay, so my husband is locked up right now. He's in prison. And in 1997, he was in the process of being filed. He came here on a visa. He was in the process of being filed for by a United States citizen, but he never went through with all the filing. He ended up getting a work permit and a Social Security. But that's
why is he in prison? Why is he in prison?
For drugs.
Okay. And so he never got a green card. He's out of status. He's been in prison for how long?
2.5 years.
Okay. And your question is, how can you help him?
How can I help him? I do have a lawyer, and I've been trying to tell him, can we start filing for him? We have 5 kids here. 3 are like 6, 7, and 8 years old. The older ones are 26 and 21. But he just not moving. He's not doing anything. The lawyer that I have is not doing anything. So my question is there any hope to try to keep my husband here?
No. I'm being frank with you, no. If you're found guilty of a drug offense and you don't have a green card here, and this is a serious drug offense where he's been in jail for several years already, as soon as you plead guilty or you're found guilty, I don't care whether you have 10 kids here, 5 kids here, you're getting deported. So the reason why your lawyer hasn't done anything is there's nothing to do. Now, if you're paying him money and there's nothing to do, then stop paying him money.
But also, he called me and said that there was a new thing that came out to say that if you are charged with non-violent crime, you can fight your stay here. Is that correct?
Not on. What was the drugs? What kind of
Cocaine.
drugs? What state?
Florida.
No, not in Florida.
Okay.
All right. Maybe in New York, maybe misdemeanors in New York, in the Second Circuit or Connecticut, but not in Florida. And this is not any misdemeanor. I'm sure it's a felony if he's in jail 2.5 years.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that statement is next to the statement that Donald Trump likes minorities, McDonald's is healthy, and the earth is not warming. And if you have a serious drug offense, which is cocaine, 2.5 years, and a lawyer says he can help you, I doubt it strongly. I mean, I would have to look at the case, but based on what you're telling me, doesn't sound very promising.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, 1-800-529-5465. We have about 5 minutes left of telephone calls. So if you call, we will still be able to, we only have one person on hold right now, so if you do call, we will be able to answer your questions. We have about 5 more minutes before we get to Jonathan and Belgium Kim at the 6:30 hour for our social media check-in. So if you call right now, we will definitely get you on our show, and the telephone number is 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Nicole.
Hello.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, how you doing, Brad?
How are you?
I'm calling. I have a friend. She got married, and her husband put in for her papers, adjustment of status. But she went on an interview recently, and she went and checked on her status online, and she's seen where they're saying they can't give any information about this case at this moment, and she's worrying that something's wrong. Maybe she's going to get a different...
I don't know what she did, but I wouldn't overly worry if she did everything properly. Whether she did everything properly or not, I don't know. But, you know, I wouldn't go by what's online. It's not always correct.
Okay, and she has another problem also. Her work permit has expired. It's about to expire, and she applied back for the work permit, so they send the notice. But her job is saying they can't accept that notice. She has to get something else. Is there anything she can do about that?
Well, after it's been pending more than 90 days and she's going to renew an old work permit, they have to accept it. I don't know how long it's been pending.
Oh, okay.
All right? So you got to file it on time. That's really the bottom line.
Yeah, but she did file before it expired, she said.
I know, but you file it a week before it expires. What good is that? You got to file it 90 days before it expires. That's filing it on time.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. John in West Palm Beach, Florida. John.
Yes, I'm Brad.
Hey, how are you? Good. What's up?
I'm doing good. All right. The question I want to ask you is this, right? I send in my paperwork, right, from November, right? But the thing is, they did send it back because it didn't follow up properly. But they give us a green piece of paper saying that instead of resending it in, we're supposed to put that back on it. So I'm wondering, is that time factor? Because I got my work permit now and stuff, but I need to get. But I'm saying that for me to get my green card, would they check from November until now?
No, you're in the back of the line, unfortunately. Lucky you got your work permit, but you're in the back of the line.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right. Let's go to Philip in Blaine, Minnesota. Philip.
Yeah, hello. I wanted to ask a second question. Thanks for the response you gave to me. I'm asking on behalf of a friend. He has 2 kids who are United States citizens, but he's on a visiting visa, so he wanted to know if it is possible for him to get a work permit.
You're calling for a friend who's married to a U.S. citizen and here on a visitor's visa. Is that your question?
No. His kids are United States citizens. His children.
His children are U.S. citizens.
Yeah.
How old are the children?
4 and 3.
No, not until the children are 21 can they apply for a green card for him. Now maybe there's other options, I don't know, but it's not going to be through the children. If he wants to hold on, he can. All right, so that's our telephone time. We're done with our telephone time. Nice. Now, at some point, I was expecting me to come across with the sign. Didn't happen.
Have to do it today.
It didn't happen. They didn't have to do it today, I guess. Also, we're now ready to fly around the world. Maybe that's a hint. Maybe that's a hint. Fly around. I hear you. Jill has to fly around the world. Somebody has to stop talking to Sam. Groundhog Sam just doesn't shut up.
He keeps taking the mic from Jilly.
Yeah, all right. This is the time to fly around the world and do our social media. Let's see. What do we got?
Social media check-in.
All right, at least we have that.
We have that.
All right, at least we have that.
We need like a tune.
Did we have a conversation about that?
We did.
There was supposed to be a conversation about that.
Something.
We had a whole conversation about need something.
So until then, just sing when that comes out.
All right, let's do it again. Can we run the social media check-in?
Oh yeah, and we made up a song.
We made up a song because we did a whole song because of it.
Ooh, I don't know if I remember the song. Brad, you're gonna have to start us off here.
Call me, pick up the phone, and just call moi. We're not actually calling. We're going to type it in now.
Right.
Type it in right now.
Type it.
Pick out your phone and just type the question. Ask me your question now. All right, let's go.
So I got one from Shay K. All right, good evening, Brad. I have a friend who recently got married in the United States and would like to travel to Jamaica before starting her paperwork. Would it pose a problem when it's time for her to return to the U.S.?
Yes. 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 Why? Think about it. Yes. Yes. Actually, yeah. That's a problem. You can't travel to the United States and apply for a green card because you say you're visiting when you already showed the intention of getting a green card. You can't do it.
Can't do it.
Yes.
So it's a problem.
It's a problem. You like my answer? Yes.
You know what?
What's up, friends from the Brad Show Live? I'm at.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. It sounds like I'm saying yes, real Southern.
Like Lil Jon. Yes.
Yeah, Natalie's like, we got to 105. We were at 120, Natalie. I don't know what you're looking at. We were up at 120 at one point. When I was going from call to call to call, we were at 120, Natalie. Natalie Nichols telling me the low numbers of the day. All right.
How dare she?
How dare she?
So, yes.
Yeah.
Would like to know.
That's his name? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Yes Di Faso, but it is Yes. Yes wants to know, what's the solution for someone for withholding of a removal letter who entered the U.S. without inspection?
What is the what?
What's the solution? What I really think the question is what's the solution for someone who's currently in removal and who entered the U.S. without inspection? We've been working here 10 years with an American wife and 2 children.
What's the solution? Get a good lawyer. I don't know. I need to know a lot more about your case. There's no, I'm in deportation, come help me and get me out. You know, I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Pretty good, though.
Pretty good, but not that
I could
good.
Understand, but yeah.
He needs a consultation.
Yes.
That's the solution. The solution is get a good lawyer.
Boom.
Hey, guys.
There you are.
Look at me.
Look at me.
Look at him.
Yes, Prince Yo-Yo.
Prince Yo-Yo. I'm going to take over.
Right.
The palace.
The Fresh Prince of Kensington Palace.
I'm taking over, guys.
Yes.
All right, we have one from Natasha Wilson. Good afternoon, Brad. Question: if you set an appointment at the U.S. Embassy for a visitor visa, but still looking about a farm work program in Canada, would that jeopardize your chance of getting a visa to the U.S.?
No. Applying for one visa for one country and another visa for another has nothing to do with one another.
Right.
Because remember, Canada is not the United States of America. Canada is Canada. UK is UK. France is France.
Yes.
Germany is Germany. Russia is Russia. China is China. They're all different countries.
Thank you.
Okay. And here is your geography lesson of the day with Brad Bernstein.
That was great.
Don wants to know, I've got a question for Brad. Can the parents of a 6-year-old child apply for a visiting visa for that child, even though the parents never applied for a visa themselves?
Why would they get a visitor's visa for a 6-year-old? How is this? Why the 6-year-old's just going to get on a plane and come to America without any family?
Well, if they have family here, like an unattended minor on a plane, like you can put a kid on a plane on one end.
Yeah, but you know what? They're doubted now because they're onto these SIJ applications, these unaccompanied minors in America, and then they're onto, then the relative brings them into family court, gets an order of guardianship, and then gets them a green card. So they're onto that. But if you are in the United States and you're already a child, so I doubt it. I mean, sure, by all means, try.
Right.
Okay, but if you have a child in the United States that you're taking care of, that's an abandoned child, neglected child, or a child who's been abused, then absolutely we would be able to help them.
Awesome. All right, I have one from Reginald Amada.
Look how good you look alone. You should have your own show. Look at that. You should have your own show, Yo-Yo.
Smile. All right, Reginald Amada. Thank you for that, Brad. That's actually really nice of you.
Yes, you should.
Yeah,
you should. You should.
Oh, thanks.
You should. Right,
You
Jill.
can work on it.
Jilly's going to do it for you.
Yeah,
she doesn't have enough to do.
No, we need Jill. We need Jilly.
No. After today, she's going to quit and do it for you.
I have no funds for you, Jill. So you probably want to stay here.
Paycheck won't be nearly as steady.
You probably want to stay here.
There it is.
All right, Reginald Amada. Hi, Brad. In the last 5 years, you say you live in 2 different places. You file taxes on both addresses, but only have 1 address on your N-400 form. Will she get denied asking for a friend?
You put on the N-400 where you're domiciled. What was your legal address? That's what you put on.
Mackie wants to know. Well, now I'm jealous of the one shot.
What's the one shot?
There's your one shot.
Oh, no.
Unbelievable.
I'll move a little bit for you.
All right.
Now, Brad, do I look like I should have my own show?
You should have your own show, too. Yes.
Not jealous at all.
By the way, Jill said she's quitting the yo-yo show. She's going to do the Belgium Kim show.
Woo! I have equally. I will not be offering dental, Jill. Mackie wants to know, my wife has an H-4 visa. Could you help secure work authorization for her?
An H-4 visa, you cannot. Oh, wait, no. An H-4 visa. Can you get a work permit now on H-4 visas?
Oh, please don't ask me. Please don't ask me. You're really putting the pressure.
No, you can't get an H-4. But she would have to be able to do it some other way.
All right. Dion Watson. Hi, Brad. Asking for my cousin. Her son filed for her. She did her biometric in February. How long will it be until she receives the work permit, and does she have to go in for an interview?
Well, if she did the biometric in February, we're now almost in April. She should be getting it very shortly, another week or two, and yes, she has an interview.
We've got Courtney who says, how long does it take to get an interview after your work permit?
6 months.
Dramatic pause.
I love how you just move like that.
It's my magic powers and the powers of my spatial awareness.
All right, Dion Watson. Hi,
Watson.
Brad. All right. Hey, we already asked this. Just playing. All right, Tanya Winter. So if a provisional waiver is denied, is there an option like an appeal or something?
There's no appeal on a provisional waiver, but the option is to refile it again and do a better job.
That's pretty sound advice. Carly says, my congressman inquired about my case at the NVC for a green card and was told that my file was sent to the district's local office. What does that mean for me? I already did my biometrics and I have no work permit as of yet.
It means you screwed up your case. That's what it means. And if it's at the district office, that means you're going to get an interview. But I don't know what you are missing in your application, why you never got your work permit.
All right, Zane, Unstoppable Wedley. That's what it is. All right, question. I have a cousin who came on a fiance K-1 visa, and he didn't get married, plus he overstayed. That was from 2015. What's his best option to legally stay here in America now?
Call 1-800-529-5465, because that's how do I get a green card for my cousin? Call a good lawyer.
Good advice after good advice.
That is very good. Yeah, because I can't tell. I mean, you know, it's like someone calls up and says, you know, Brad, you know, let's say I was a doctor.
Yeah.
You know, Brad, you know what? I got cancer. What's your best? What pill should I take? I don't know. Got to look at the records. I have no idea. I don't know.
We've been getting a lot of callers who have called those kinds of doctors, it seems like today.
Apparently, yes.
Rachel would like to know, how long does it take to get your green card when your child is filing for you?
Well, hopefully your child's over 21 and is a U.S. citizen. It should take a year or less.
All right. Sharon Brown, or is it Sharon Brown?
I don't know.
Tomato. All right. Hi, Brad. What's a green card lottery, and how do I go about getting it?
Every year, the United States gives a lottery, 50,000 visas or 50,000 green cards through a lottery system to under-immigrating countries in the United States of America. So there's certain countries that are not on it, countries that have high immigration to America. China's not on it. India's not on it. Jamaica's not on it, because those are, Philippines is not on it. Those are high immigrant populations coming into America. So the whole idea behind the visa lottery is to diversify the immigration that's coming into America. And how do you do it? It's usually sometime in the fall. I don't know if they came out with the exact dates of when it's going to be, and you go online and do it, but you can certainly research the visa lottery for 2019. That's going to be the next one. And you file in the fall of 2018 for visa lottery for 2019.
Kesha wants to know, I wonder if it's the Kesha.
It is not.
Okay, that's probably true, Brad. Way to
Yes.
burst my bubble.
Thank you.
That was savage.
Sorry.
Kesha says,
It is not.
is it easier to do a K-1 visa for my fiance, or would it be better to marry him in his home country and then file for him as my spouse?
It really depends which way you want to go. I mean, there's two different questions. One question is, what's the fastest thing to do versus what's easiest? What's easiest for you depends on how you guys want to live your life. What's fastest is to do a K-1 visa. That's what gets him here the fastest. Why? Because you can file it today. You don't have to wait on a marriage. And two, a marriage case takes a little longer than a K-1 visa. So the K-1 will get him here the fastest. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the K-1's the right way to go. Why? Because after he comes here and you get married, you have to file an adjustment for him. He's sitting around 3-4 months waiting for a work permission. He's not allowed to legally work. That may freak him out. That may drive you crazy that you got to support him for 3 to 4 months while he's waiting for a work permit. That may put pressure on a new marriage where he comes into America. He can't even get a social security number, a driver's license, nothing. He's sitting around with nothing to do. And that puts a lot of pressure on everybody. So it's not always the best, but it's certainly the fastest to come here. Now, if you go to your home country, you marry him, and he comes to America, he comes with his green card. And when he comes with his green card, then he can go work and get his social and his driver's license right away, but it does take longer. So what's necessarily best and what's necessarily fastest depends on how you guys want to live. How do you like that one?
That was beautiful.
That's just really good common sense more than anything.
But it was great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Incredibly thorough.
Incredibly.
Yes.
I would hire me.
And
I
it's
would
free.
hire you.
I would hire me.
I would too.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I would.
I would hope that you would.
that would not be a great endorsement of yourself.
You know, and I just don't feel comfortable with this case. I'll go hire a different lawyer.
Right. Ambicioso Ash. All right, hi. My friend sent in her adjustment of status package, I-765, I-130, I-864, I-485, and sent $1,678 through money order.
That's wrong. For an adjustment package, it's $1,765.
You know what? And Tanisha McNabb actually said that. She corrected
it's all going to be returned to you, and get it right with $1,765.
So that's what she was saying. So the USCIS returned the I-765, said the payment is insufficient with the green paper to submit.
Correct.
So what should she do?
Put it with the right paper. Follow the directions. There's a green piece of paper. Wrong money orders. Return your money orders and get money orders for $1,765. Submit it back in. And you want to do it in 2 money orders, one for $535 and one for $1,225. 1,700. Wow, I would have screwed this person up too.
Yeah. Wait,
$1,760. 1760. I would have screwed him up too.
Well,
$1,225 plus $535.
Tanisha, big ups to you.
Yes.
Because she knew.
She knew.
She knew.
She was like, it's 1,700 or something.
1,760.
You need more money.
More money.
More money,
more problems.
Right?
More money, more problems.
More money, no problems.
No problems, right?
Give it to me.
Be safe, Tamika.
All of your problems.
Tamika's leaving us already?
Tamika is bouncing 45 whole minutes before the show. I'm in tears, but I'm holding it together.
All right, remind me not to say hello to her tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yes. All right, I'll say hello to her. All right. I'm getting yelled at already in my ear. You have to say hello to Tamika. Give the woman a break.
That's true. The people would rally. There would be riots.
All right. We got 5 more minutes here of social media questions. So if you leave your social media questions right now for us, we are going to be answering them for about 5 more minutes. So please make sure you get your social media questions in right now. You can leave them on social media on Facebook at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein, as well as on Facebook at Brad Show Live. And I believe the next question goes to Belgium Kim.
Me. The next question we've got is actually a follow-up from Dawn. Dawn was asking about the kid who was going to travel, the 6-year-old who was going to travel without his parents on a visitor's visa. So they actually want him to travel with a grandparent who has already gotten their visitor's visa. So I'm assuming grandma wants to take grandson or granddaughter on vacation.
You can certainly try. Nothing bad will happen. I'm just concerned grandma may have her visa taken away. That's all. But you can try.
Just her visitor's visa?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You never know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But you could try.
Okay. Hey, shout out to Jeff Bosey. He knows what free 99 is.
What's free 99?
Free.
Jeff knows.
Free 99.
It's free, but you don't want to accept it because it still says 99.
Free 99?
You're giving advice for free 99.
Yeah.
That's free, but you don't want to accept it. Jeff Bosey knows what it is.
Okay.
Right?
I know we have talked about this on previous shows, and I still don't get it.
We gotta send you the Urban Dictionary link for free 99.
Please, okay.
All right, David Gabriel. Brad, if someone's mom's filed for her daughter, but the mom passed, and the sister picked up the case because the mom died, how long can the sister get her green card? So the sister has actually been living here for a while now.
Wait, I'm confused. What happened?
So someone's mother tried to file for her daughter.
And she passed.
She passed.
And now the sister wants to take it over.
Picking up, and she's been living
and now
in
the person getting the green card is in the United States? You have to do a humanitarian waiver, but there's a different procedure whether you're out of the country or in the country. But either way, you're doing a humanitarian waiver. You have to show humanitarian reasons why the person needs a green card. It's a completely different process. It's under 204L in the United States. It's just a humanitarian waiver outside the United States through USCIS. But it certainly can be done. You definitely need the help of a lawyer. Sister can step in for the mother and complete the case, is the answer.
Nice.
Karen would like to know, how long does it take to file for married kids, and what year have they reached so far?
About 12 years. They're in 2006.
Whew. Okay.
So that's more than 12 years. That's 14 years. No, 12 years. I was correct. Okay, 12 years.
12 years.
Right.
All right. We have one from Rose Vega. I have some questions.
She does.
I have a brother and sister in the Philippines. My late mother petitioned them and got approved by immigration. We paid the application fee and the visa fee. But the problem is both of my parents passed away. My question is the application still valid or good? Then I would like to pursue it with your help and advice.
If you have close family here, like a sister like the other case, absolutely. You have to send the case back from the... See, in this specific case, they gave a lot of information, so I can answer.
Right.
You have to send the application back from the National Visa Center to USCIS, let them know that your mom passed away, show the death certificate, and then request a humanitarian waiver. Show humanitarian reasons why you and the family need to leave the Philippines and come to the United States. It could be economic, it could be family reunification, it could be health issues, social issues, whatever they may be. We throw everything in the kitchen sink in. Then hopefully the case gets reapproved. Your family member can then step into the shoes of your mom, give the affidavit of support, and get you and the entire family here. And the answer is yes, we can help.
Anne wants to know, as a green card holder filing for a child who is 17 years old, about how long's the wait?
Green card holder filing for child 7 years old?
17 years old.
2 years. 2 years. All right, one more each.
I do have one more.
Okay, perfect.
I actually have two.
All right, give me the both quickly.
All right, Sharon Brown again. Hi, Brad. Asking for my cousin is All right, so the mom's trying to file for her son in 2003. He got married in 2007. She became a citizen, then upgraded the filing to 2014. He got an approval letter in March this year. What's next?
This kid is filed in 2007?
So the mom filed for him in 2003. He got married in 2007. became citizen, then filed an upgrade in 2014.
Guess what? If the marriage happened before she became a citizen, that's the end of the case. You got to start from scratch. She's totally screwed.
Oh.
That's what it sounds like to me. So as soon as you get married and your parent who's filing for you is not a citizen, you ended your immigration case. You got to start again.
So when it says that they upgraded the filing in 2014 and he got an approval letter in March this year.
But they don't know maybe he's married then. I don't know. We would need to see the paperwork. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the question.
Got it.
What else?
Tanya says, so when you go home on a provisional waiver, do you have to do the same interview and medical like you would have to do if you were doing it here?
Yes, it's a similar medical.
That was actually going to be mine. She must have did it on both.
All right.
I did it.
So any event, one of the big voting blocks for Donald Trump was farmers.
Right.
He got a lot of farmers to vote for him,
Really?
and at the same time, he was a very anti-immigration platform.
Right.
Now the farmers are starting to pay for this because they don't have workers on their farms anymore.
Yep.
Trump has scared a lot of the workers away. So recently, I just interviewed Joe Del Bosque Jr. He's president of Del Bosque Farms in Los Baños, California.
Los Baños.
And he joined me to discuss how the crackdown on undocumented immigrants is affecting America's farming industry. Let's watch. Joining me today is Joe Del Bosque Jr. He's the president of Del Bosque Farms in Los Baños, California. Now, Farmer Joe, he grows organic cantaloupe, honeydew, almonds, asparagus, cherries. He's got a 2,000-acre family-owned farm on the Great West Side of the San Joaquin Valley. He is with us today not to discuss organic produce, but to discuss the crackdown on undocumented immigrants and how it's affecting the American farming industry. Joe, welcome to Brad Show Live. Tell us all about your farm first.
Well, it's good to be here, Brad. My farm is similar to a lot of farms in California where we grow fruits, nuts, and vegetables. We provide for a lot of the country. They go all over the U.S., go to chain stores across the U.S., and some go to Canada also.
Last year, there was a story that circulated in the news that approximately $13 million worth of crops out in California went unpicked. They rotted in the fields because the farmers out there did not have staff to go and pick them. They did not have farm hands to go out and take the produce off of the farm and out to the stores because the rhetoric from Donald Trump was so fierce that workers were scared, immigrant workers were scared to come work on the farm. Tell us about that.
When we started the year back in March of last year, harvesting asparagus, we did experience a lack of workers that didn't show up. We have our same workers come back almost every year in our seasonal crops. We called them, but a lot of them didn't come out for a few days, and we did lose some crop until they finally felt comfortable coming out to the field. But we had to kind of soothe their fears about being out there in the open.
Were you able to harvest everything?
We finally did, yeah. Well, we were nip and tuck with our labor supply. We were just barely had enough people to get through. But we lost a little bit of our earliest crop.
Last year, you had expressed some fears that Donald Trump and his immigration policies, they were going to hurt farmers. Has that come to fruition?
Well, our labor shortages have been going on for a while, and they certainly aren't getting any better. If anything, they're probably gradually getting worse. We're not getting new workers coming into our workplace. And our local native-born people don't want to come and work in the fields, so we're largely dependent upon people from somewhere else.
So how much of a percentage of the people who work in your farm are not Americans?
98%.
98% of the people who are picking, and this is not just your farm. You're not out of the ordinary. Would you say that that's a typical farm, or do you have more immigrants than most?
I probably have more than most, and I think farmers that do fresh fruits and vegetables that have to be picked by hand, those have a very high percentage of non-Americans.
Right.
Those that have mechanically harvested crops may have fewer, but still have immigrants.
So there's a problem getting immigrants to come and literally pick the produce in the fields. What's contributing to all of this? in your opinion?
Well, a couple of things. You know, we did have a lot of deportations in the last 10 years, first of all. And then we had a lot of tightening on the border, kind of discouraging people from coming across. That and our workforce is aging, and there's not a lot of young people coming in to replace them. Also, our farm workers' children do not want to work in the fields. They have the benefit of their parents supporting them and sending them off to college, and that's great. We love that. But they're not going to come back and take their parents' place.
There's a lot of people unemployed in America right now. Why can't the argument would be that you would see from many people who favor very strict immigration go hire an American?
They just won't come out. We make our work available to anybody that will show up. All they have to do is show up here, and we'll give them work, but they don't come out. We actually go into town and try to recruit people. And sometimes we get a few, and out of 300 people, we may get, 5 or 10 people that way.
Your labor shortage has been like this. You've been touch and go for a while now. Even under Obama, it was difficult. Is there a big change between Obama and Trump? What do you see as the big differences?
Well, I think the labor supply has shrunk over the last 10 years, including during Obama. It's getting even tighter now. So any little thing like fear all of a sudden will impact that smaller labor supply, and people will either stay home or they'll go somewhere else. Fear does not help us. Do
you see a difference though between the way that Obama was policing immigration versus how Trump is? There seems to be more fear now. Although there seem to be a lot or as many deportations under Obama, but maybe less fear. Do you see anything specific locally amongst your business associates who also may own farms?
Well, under Obama, there were a lot of deportations, but he did them very quietly, and there was not a lot of rhetoric from his part. He very seldom spoke about it. But Trump does speak about it, and his campaign, a lot of it was based on that, and so he struck fear into the hearts of these folks. And so that is the difference. We've been short of people since Obama and into this day, but folks are more cognizant of the government trying to crack down on them.
So now there is something called an H-2A program, which is seasonal agricultural workers, and some would say, well, there's a legal way to go find immigrants. Go do the H-2A program. Why don't you do that?
It's not very easy. First of all, you have to be able to transport them. You have to house them. You have to make sure they're fed. You have to guarantee them 75% of their wages, whether they work or not. It's a very cumbersome program, and not very many farmers have housing and transportation for their workers.
So the smaller farmers really can't do it. It would only be the big farms who could actually do it.
That's exactly
and
right.
from an immigration standpoint, you got to be able to prove you're not taking a job away from an American worker. You got to go through the Labor Department, then you got to go through the Immigration Service, and then there's a quota on the number of people that you could actually even bring in. You may not even be able to bring in as many as you want. It is a huge, cumbersome process, an expensive process. It's time-consuming, it's expensive, and it takes a long time to get your workers in, and sometimes even the workers don't get there in time to harvest the crops, because the immigration process doesn't work the same way as Mother Nature.
No, that's correct. And I saw that happen last year with a friend of mine who picks tomatoes. She's a labor contractor, and she started working on H-2A months before the tomatoes became ripened, and it was time to pick, and those folks were still not here.
Right.
And she didn't know what to do. So I think they probably lost some of the crop at the beginning.
So what do you think should be done? You're an outspoken critic of what's going on right now. You are living this every day. You're dealing with immigrants every day. You see them as human beings. What needs to be fixed?
The first thing that needs to be done is we need to provide legal status to those people who are working right now. The people that are out there in the field right now, they're driving tractors, they're irrigating and so forth. We got to find a way to give them legal status. Then we have to have a guest worker program that makes it easier to bring people in for the season. Because right now we can grow all of our crops with 20 people, but it takes 300 to pick them. So we have a surge of demand for workers in the summer that we can't fill here. So we have to be able to bring people in at least for that season and then allow them to go back home.
I agree with that. The way the system works now is the people are lucky enough to get here. They don't want to leave because they don't know if they'll ever make it back again. So it's actually that we are keeping them almost in jail in America, and I would say most people want to be able to go back and forth. And our stupid politicians don't allow it. The other thing I wanted to say was, because I'm playing the devil's advocate. Okay, you give the farm workers legal status. What's to say they're going to continue to work on the farm? How do we know they're not going to go take my job? I'm working in a store, or I'm in an office, and they got their green card now, and they don't want to pick apples anymore, and they want to go take my job in the office. What would you say to Americans about that?
And that will probably happen. I think some of them will go off into other jobs. They could possibly go to construction, because sometimes construction has demand for people. So I think that we have to have a sort of a replenishment program where those people either they move on to something else or they retire and somebody has to come in and take their place. So we have to have a sort of replenishment program to replace those folks that migrate away or into retirement.
It seems like it's a lot of common sense, and I don't understand why people can't understand that. You put yourself out there and you're saying, you know what, we got to be able to do this, we got to be able to change the laws, and you have a big business, and maybe somebody with a big business would say, I'm not going to say anything about immigration. I don't need anybody looking my direction. Why do you come out and do all of this?
Yeah, a lot of farmers would not speak about this,
right.
And I do stick my neck out there because somebody has to. And I feel that I have been doing this already so long that I certainly have a lot to lose, but it has to be done. And folks out there in the public, in the American public, need to hear it from the farmer that produces their food. And they need to know that we need these people to pick those crops. The same people that have been picking those crops forever, we need to do something to give them legal status so that they don't have to work in fear.
Now, a lot of farmers, they were big Trump supporters. They like the idea of getting rid of the death tax so that they can pass on their farms to the next generation without being taxed or having to break up the farm. Do you see some of the farmers with some buyer's remorse with Trump?
I don't know if I would see that, but certainly they're getting a mixed bag from Trump. We look for who's going to help agriculture the most, and we weren't hearing that from Mrs. Clinton. So a lot of farmers decided to go with Trump, and now some of these fears are coming to life. And so what do? We've got to try to see who can help us. And I think a lot of farmers thought it would be Trump.
So is there anything else, other concerns for immigration? I know there's, the trade with China, tariffs, there's California put in a new hourly worker law. Tell me quickly about the other concerns that are hitting farmers. It's not just immigration. Farmers are getting hit from all sides.
Well, we are getting hit by our state here on things like minimum wage. We're going to be up to $15 an hour in 4 years, and that's going to put a lot of crops out of business here. You watch in 4 years, there will be no more asparagus in California. It'll be gone. It'll be produced in Mexico, and that may happen to a lot of other crops. Now, the trade deal is also hurting crops like the almonds, because we export so many crops, and not just almonds. We export grapes, we export citrus, we export dairy products. Those are all important to California. We're one of the biggest agricultural exporting states in the nation, and so anything that constricts trade certainly does hurt us.
Well, I see there's lots of issues here, and I really appreciate you coming on to share that with us. Let me ask you a question. And this is on my show a lot. We always say, everybody always says, kick out the immigrants, they're illegal, they're criminals, until the ones you actually meet. Do you hear from farmers saying, the guys who work for me, the immigrants who work, they're all good guys, they should be able to stay? In the netherworld over here, they're saying, everybody else should get out of here. Do you get to see that also with some of your colleagues, farmers, that they like their employees, but everyone else should get kicked out?
Well, I think that most farmers really appreciate their workers. They're hardworking people. They're they're members of our communities. They have kids. They're just like us. They have families. They have needs and so forth. And they're very productive people. Now, obviously, there's some criminal elements, just like in any society. And I think any farmer and even any legitimate farm worker would say, get rid of those people. Our workers don't want these criminals here. They just as well get them kicked out. So the hardworking people, the people who have been part of our communities, you know, we have to do something about incorporating them into our communities.
I agree wholeheartedly. Very well said. Farmer Joe Del Bosque Jr., I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much for coming on the show. You know, we have Sam the Groundhog here. He wanted to come on and, you know, talk to you a little bit, but I said, no, I don't think farmers and groundhogs get along very well. How are the groundhogs treating you out there in California?
Well, we'd like the groundhog to come out and see his shadow more often in California, because we're always short of rain here. And, you know, speaking about concerns of farmers, water is, if not number one, it's number two between water and immigration. So we would invite your groundhog to come out here and see his shadow and go back under.
All right.
But do it early, like in January.
I think he's going to want to take a trip. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so Sam has an invite by Joe the Farmer. He's invited. I pimped Sam out. And Joe the Farmer wants him out there. All right.
Sam travels more than I do.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, Sam's got a
Went
place
to
to
Miami. Now he's about to go to California. Yay. Sheesh.
And he's got jobs.
So we are joined today by Brittany Russell, Spar and Bernstein's lead trial attorney and personal injury attorney.
Are we?
Don't know what happened there, guys. I was looking at Brad. I was like, what?
We are, in fact, not joined by Brittany Russell.
We're not joined by anybody.
We join ourselves.
All right. You have a call?
I do.
What's up,
right. Trying not to talk over everybody. All right, Osias in West Covina, California.
Yes, good afternoon.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I called because I would like to inquire regarding your RN to USA. It will be for my daughter.
What do you want to do?
I would like to inquire regarding your advertisement that you are helping RN to come to USA. That will be for my daughter. My daughter is an RN in the Philippines.
Okay, I don't have an advertisement that I help RNs come to the United States. What I can do is, if your daughter is a registered nurse and she has a CGFNS visa screen and she has a job offer, I can help her with her immigration case. But I don't go and find people jobs. But what you want to do is hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. We are not a job placement. And for everybody who is asking for a job from Farmer Joe, we are also not a job placement for Farmer Joe as well.
Sorry, guys.
All right, so sorry there. All right. So we have some questions on social media.
We do indeed. We have
we have a social media check-in thing. Let's see.
Call Brad.
No, it's not calling. It's type the question.
Oh,
there we go.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
That was right on, like, stopped right when it stopped. That was pretty
good. It just took about 30 seconds to get the social media graphic going. All right.
Okay. John has a question. He says, can I get my fiance here without me first going to the Philippines?
Yes, it's called a fiance visa.
All right. I got nicely, Keisha. Can I still hire a lawyer after I start my papers?
Yes, it's called hire a lawyer after you start your papers. Better you hire a lawyer after you start your papers than not hire a lawyer at all.
I like that.
Juliet says, my mom is a green card holder, but now she's been back home in our home country for almost 8 years and has never come back to the U.S. But she'd like to travel again just to come visit, but the green card's expired. What do I need to do?
One of two choices. If she wants to give up her green card, she can get a visitor's visa, or alternatively, she could apply for what's called an SB1 visa to allow her to re-enter the United States as a permanent resident. She does both at the U.S. Embassy.
All right, I have one from Lourdes. Hello, I'm a U.S. citizen and want to sponsor my sister as a tourist. What's the fastest way to do this? Help, please.
There is no sponsoring your sister as a tourist. She has to apply for the tourist visa on her own.
Noemi says, I got my multiple 10-year visa. Is it possible to bring my 2 daughters who are under 18 years old for a vacation to visit my 3 siblings in California? And could my niece actually petition for me?
Your niece cannot petition for you, and it sounds like your children need visitors visas. They got to go apply for them on their own.
All right, I have one from Kay Leon. I have a cousin. She's on a K-1 visa and didn't get married by her fiance, which is her petitioner, from the Philippines. She is now overstayed for 3 months. She ran away because her fiance was abusing her for sex and verbally abusing her. All right, that's a tough one. So now she's already married with the one she loves, and she needs help for her immigration since she didn't marry her original petitioner. What should she do?
Yeah, well, we can certainly help her. She may need a provisional waiver at the end of her case, but we can certainly help her. She would need to file, her new husband would need to file an I-130 visa petition for her. She would need to go back to the Philippines, show that that she came to the United States with the intention of marrying the first man. He was abusive, and now she married the second man, and it's a bona fide marriage, and we would get her what's called a provisional waiver.
Osumanu says, I have an asylum case in the United States, and I'd like to know if I could go home and visit my family in my home country.
No, you can't, because you've filed for asylum. So if you go home, you're obviously not scared to be home, and you're saying to the government you're scared.
All right, Jose. How long do you have to wait to get an entry visa or green card? A nurse from the Philippines. I also have a nursing home who would like to sponsor my niece.
You would need to have the nursing home file for your niece. It's about a 2-year wait right now, start to finish, on a job sponsorship for a nurse from the Philippines.
And Raven wants to know, I'm a green card holder for 4 months now, and I'd like to get my girlfriend to the U.S. So what's the best option for me? And is there any other way to get her here faster?
There's no such thing as girlfriend visa. So either you're going to be her fiance and marry her and bring her here and get married in 90 days, or you're going to go to another country, marry her, and then bring her over as your wife. No girlfriend visa, sorry.
All right, one from Emeline Laurel. Hello, good day. My father petitioned me 2 years ago. How long should I wait for this petition? And I want to know if there is a petition waiver to shorten the years of petition. Thank you.
There is no waiver, depending on whether your father's a resident, a citizen, whether you're married will depend on how long it is and how old you are. Are you under 21 or over 21? The most typical is you're over the age of 21, your parents are U.S. citizen, you're going to wait about 7 years, but there's no waiver to make it go faster.
You want another one?
No, I have Sharon on hold.
Oh.
Talk to Sharon.
All right, so let's talk to Sharon. Sharon, how are you?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, but how are you?
Good, What's up?
I filed my I-751 customary green card over a month, and I have received a receipt from immigration. But my son received his extension for a year. So when I called them, they said I sent to the wrong address.
Okay.
I haven't received anything from them.
All right. So are they mailing it back to you? Did they say they were going to mail it back to you?
No, all they said was a confirmation letter that they have received it and the receipt number. That's it.
Okay. And on the receipt number, did it say that your green card is extended for a year, right? It should say that.
No, it didn't.
All right. Then come in.
I called this morning. And I explained again to them, and they said that they would have sent me my biometric, but you haven't reached it. They said I should have gotten it a long time ago.
All right. So then I think you have to stop getting frustrated. Come in to me and let me handle it. You're in Brooklyn. It's right across the river. So hold on 1 second, okay? All right. Whoop, hold on. There we go. Let's go to Jacqueline in Mount Vernon. Jacqueline.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
What's going on?
My question is, if someone comes there on a ship to work, but they never return, can they get married and get to stay in the country? If they get married, can they get to stay?
I hear Sylvester Stallone in the background. I hear Rocky. I want to get like my hands up. Are you listening to Rocky in the background?
now.
I hear da-da-da. I heard it. Da-da-da. I heard it. I'm surprised. Facebook hasn't cut us off on that one.
Right. I think it's just when you hear trumpets that you know.
I could have sworn I heard Rocky in the background, and I felt like just running up the steps, you know. I heard it. Let me ask you a question. By the way, let's get back to question for you. The person that they're marrying, are they in the military or former military?
No.
Okay, and have they ever tried to get a green card before?
No.
Where's their
the
parents? Person who's overstayed. Yeah, I'm talking about the ship.
No.
And what about their parents? Where are their parents?
Not here.
Not here. All right, so the answer is that they should get married if they're in love, file an I-130 visa petition. They're going to need to do a provisional waiver, get the provisional waiver approved, go home for 2 weeks, and come back. That's going to be the answer.
Okay, so they can get married.
They can get married. There is a way to get a green card, so hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay.
You're welcome. All right. So, any event, before we go, you know, Anna Azcona, who we affectionately, nobody here actually affectionately calls her Anna.
Just
Banana.
Jeff.
Just Jeff.
Right.
Okay.
Jeff.
As Jeff Mosey likes to affectionately call her Anna Banana, but nobody here calls her Anna Banana. No. She's steaming mad right now. Steaming mad.
Why?
And it's not because Miami is hot right now.
Right.
Okay. She's steaming mad because she's mad about Arizona. State of Arizona is saying that DACA recipients can no longer get in-state tuition for college, and she is steaming mad about it. Let's watch.
What's up, friends from the Brad Show Live? I'm Anna Azcona, and today I have another episode of That Just Doesn't Make Sense for you guys. But before I get into it, I need a sip of coffee. I'm drinking a latte with coconut milk, my normal go-to drink whenever I go to a coffee shop. Anyways, did you guys hear about what's happening in Syria? The threats? Yeah, even though that's very important, don't let it distract you from other things that are happening, like the Arizona Supreme Court announcing there will be no in-state tuition for DACA students. Can you believe that ish? It just doesn't make sense. This past week, the Arizona Supreme Court announced that DACA students will not be eligible for lower in-state tuition, which means in order to get in-state tuition, you must be a legal permanent resident. Do you understand how many students are going to be turned away? Like, come on, guys. This is going to result in tuition costing double for more than 2,000 DACA students living in Arizona right now. WTF. The system is really setting up immigrants to fail. They don't want us to succeed. They don't want us to do better. And by the way, if you didn't know, this country is built mainly by immigrants. Who builds your homes? Who are the ones building your schools, your hospitals, serving your food? It's all immigrants. The ones who grow your food are immigrants for the most part. So why make it so hard for them to succeed? Why make it so hard for the new generation of professionals to want to better themselves and create a better lifestyle for themselves? Just so you know, about 10.5 million immigrants obtain college degrees. This number is going to go down once the in-state tuition for DACA students goes away. So you know what's going to happen? Sorry. So you know what's going to happen there? Trump is going to come out and say, oh, immigrants don't go to college. Oh, immigrants don't care about a better education. Oh, we need to build the wall. Oh, we need to get rid of immigrants. This is the purpose why they're doing these things, guys. Don't let it happen. Fight for your rights. Don't allow the system to remove in-state tuition for DACA students who want a better life, who want to better themselves, who want to take advantage of the resources that you and I take advantage of today. It's not fair for them. It's not fair for the new generation. It's not fair for our cousins, our siblings, our family members, nieces, nephews who are DACA students, because I'm sure most of you have 1 or 2 family members that are under the DACA program. So it's time for some change, guys. Share this video, guys. Make sure you create awareness. And that is all I have to say for today. Peace.
All right. Nice. So, by the way, was she like doing that in the street in a chair? Is that dangerous?
It wasn't on the street.
It looked like she just pulled the chair, like all these cars that come by. And I'm watching this. I'm like, is that safe? Maybe she should be sitting in a chair inside and doing this. I don't know.
She like took the coffee shop's patio chair and just like set it.
Oh, is that what she? Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, she's just like, excuse me, I'm going to take this out of the seating area and I'm going to put this right in the middle of the street. That's what it looked like.
This is how New York we are. We're not used to nice weather where we can drink outside.
Yeah. All right, so we got Sharon in Gardenia, California. Sharon, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. What's up?
Yeah, I'm calling because
I've been here over 30-something years.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 American kids, but one is incarcerated, and I want to know how could I get my status if I could do it on my own.
How old are your children?
The one incarcerated is 31.
Uh-huh.
And the other one is 17.
Okay. And how did you come to the United States of America?
On a multiple indefinite visa.
Okay, so your son, who's 31, even though he's incarcerated, can file for you an adjustment.
Hello?
Your son, my voice cracked there, so I'm glad you didn't hear it. Your son, who is incarcerated, is still a United States citizen and can still file for you even though he is incarcerated. And you can get a green card.
Oh. Okay, okay.
So hold
Thank you
on.
so much.
We can help you. Hold on. You're going to need help on that one, but hold on. All right. 1-800-529-5465. We got about 5 minutes to go here. Do we have any last minute questions?
I do.
You do?
I definitely do.
You definitely have. Why are you smiling?
As I always a
He was getting ready.
Wait, can you run that back? I have a different song. Can you run social media back again one more time? Run it back one more time, please. Da-da-da! Da-da-da! All right, I like the Rocky music better.
I like that.
See, I'm always for the Jeopardy theme song. That's what I want.
Let's try that one and see what's up. You try the Jeopardy one. Let's try it
Let's do one more time.
One more time. Let's see if we can run it one last time. Try Jeopardy and see if we like that one better.
Do 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 do.
No, I like
no.
It's not enough energy. I'm doing it, I don't like
Rocky,
it.
Rocky is much better.
Yeah, it wakes you up.
Yeah, Rocky wakes you up. All right.
Yeah, it's like, oof.
All right, let's go.
Keisha says, if someone came here on a visitor's visa, they were here for 3 months.
I'm sorry. Kimmy Kim London said, I fell asleep and then I heard Brad yelling at my phone and I woke up.
Dang.
That's amazing. You literally wake Sleeping Beauties up from their slumber, Brad.
Exactly. All right, so what is the question?
So we've got a question from Keisha. And Keisha wants to know, if someone came here on a visitor's visa and they were here for about 3 months, could he get married to his girlfriend that he met last month and then adjust his status?
If it's more than 3 months, yes, and it's a marriage for love, yes. It doesn't, just because you've known each other for a short period of time doesn't mean it's not going to be a bona fide loving marriage, but please, let's make sure it's a bona fide loving marriage, and the marriage happened more than 90 days after you came here.
All right, Stacy Bless. Brad, when the USCIS online status says your FOIA was processed on 3/20/2018, how long do you have to wait before my lawyer calls with the information with my case?
I don't know, whenever the lawyer receives it.
So when do you?
I don't know, when the lawyer receives it, that depends on how long it takes to review. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Laverne. That's everything we got on that one. Laverne wants to know, I'm an American citizen.
But what I would say is this. If you're concerned that your lawyer hasn't called you, the phone works both ways. Call your lawyer. Make an appointment to go see him and say, hey, or her, hey, I see the FOIA. Did you get it? Did you review it?
That's good.
How's that for some advice?
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Not that I don't know.
Right.
This one was better.
You like that one better?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
That felt more thorough.
More thorough.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought about it. I go, why won't they just call their lawyer up and ask?
Maybe they can't get in touch with their lawyer.
I don't know.
Before I read this next question, I would want to say shout out to Marsha, who said, I like the Jeopardy music better. It must have been my lovely singing voice.
Who liked Jeopardy better?
Marsha McCullough over on Spar Bernstein's feed. Thank you, Marsha.
Really? I loved me yelling at the top of my lungs the Rocky song. I like that one better.
We need to start some harmony with that.
By the way, we're getting interrupted on everywhere.
Oh, I do see that. But that's not saying that.
Yikes.
Yeah. The TriCaster just stopped streaming to Switchboard.
That's the end of our show.
Well,
guys.
Not live. You want to plow through for posterity?
Peace out.
All right, run the tape. Peace out. And just tell them we got cut off.
Okay.
Run the final, so we have it for posterity. Run the disclaimer. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's not streaming to it.
So Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?